entrance to a state park costs $6 per vehicle plus $2 per person in the vehicle. Question 1 asks, how much would it cost for a car with 2 people to enter the park? About 4 people? How about 10 people? Record your answers in the table. So to answer question 1, you have to fill in the table basically. So let's just take the information that they gave us, okay? Each vehicle, doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it is, costs $6. Now, if you want your total entrance costs, you also have to add $2 for each extra person. So let's talk about for 2 people to enter, what would the total cost? Well, for starters, you have to add the $6 for the vehicle, right? So there's your $6 for one vehicle. We don't care what kind of car it is. Now you have $2 per person, so they're going to charge you $2. How many people is it? It's 2 people, so that's $2 times 2 people. That's going to be 6 plus 2 times 2 is 4. And 6 plus 4 is going to give you your total of $10. So I'm going to put $10 for the total entry cost. Okay, same logic. Now we're talking about a vehicle with 4 people. So again, $6 for the vehicle plus your $2 times 4 different people. 2 times 4, that's going to give me 6 plus 8. And 6 plus 8 is going to give me a total cost of $14, okay? All right, last but not least, 10 people. Doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it is. Probably going to have to be a bus. Don't matter. $6 for that. You're going to add $2 times each person. There's 10 people. So 6 plus 2 times 10, that means 6 plus 20. And that's going to be $26 total. And that's question 1. All right, problem 2. For each row in the table, if each person in the vehicle splits the interest cost equally, how much will each person pay? All right, so I brought the table in from problem number 1. And if I want to find the cost per person, right, if everyone paid the same amount, you're going to take your total entry. Sorry, you're going to take the total cost and divide it by the number of people. So if I have 10 people, I'm going to divide that by, if I have $10, divide that by 2 people, and that means each person pays $5, okay? So that's $5 per one person. If I have 4 people, the cost is $14. So $14 total cost divided by my 4 people. You put that in your calculator, 14 divided by 4, and that's $3.50. Last but not least, if I have 10 people, my total cost, $26. Divide that by 10 people. Calculate that. It's 2.6. That means $2.60 because that 6 is in the tenths place, so that's 6 dimes, $2.60. So those are the different costs depending on how many people are in the vehicle. All right, so, again, if there's 2 people in the vehicle, that means you pay $5 per person. If there are 4 people in the vehicle, that means you pay $3.50 per person. And if there's 10 people in the vehicle, that means that you pay $2.60 per person. So the amount per person changes depending on how many people is in the vehicle. All right, so for question number 3, how might you determine the interest cost for a bus with 50 people? Well, first of all, they tell us in the very beginning, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it is, it's $6 per vehicle. And each person, they're going to charge you $2 for that person. So if you have 50 people, that's 2 times 50. So 6 plus 2 times 50, that's 6 plus 100. And it's going to give you a cost of $106. Okay, for number 4, is the relationship between the number of people and the total interest cost a proportional relationship? And it says, explain how you know. So as you can see, if we take the total entrance cost in dollars and we divide it by the number of people, we're always getting a different number. We get 5, we get $3.50, we're getting $2.60. There's no constant of proportionality. Like I can't multiply times 5 every single time and get the values on the other side of the table. 4 times 5 is not going to give us 14, so that didn't work. And 10 times 5 is not going to give us 26. If it was proportional, then by multiplying everything by the same COP, 5, for example, it would work, and it doesn't. So I can't use any number that's going to work for every single row in the table. They all have different values. So there is not a proportional relationship. All right, so it's not a proportional relationship because the ratio of total cost versus the number of people always changes. They want an explanation, so you do need a sentence. So if you don't have a sentence, that's what we should be saying. Okay, treat this like notes. Write it down.